Hello, my name's Chris, this is Blue Kraken Gaming, and welcome back to Satisfactory, where if you are enjoying the series, I would ask that you please consider leaving a like, a comment, or a subscription. Any will help the channel grow, and they help get it out in front of other people, so thank you very much to those of you that do that. Now, in our last episode, we were continuing to muck around with 1.1, and I was very, very disappointed that the trains don't link on the blueprints. Until both Delroy in the Discord and Ian on YouTube. I won't do... Well, Delroy, your surname's there as a YouTube member, but Ian, I won't do yours, just in case you don't want to be publicly shouted out like that. But you know who you are, so thank you very much to both of you pointing out to me the fact that when I was trying to put them down, I was just running it down, and I actually need to change the build mode to auto-connect, so that they actually then link in. Which made building out the rest of the Skyway significantly easier for getting over to where we need to get to. Now, a couple of other little updates I have done off camera. I did very quickly build a train station all the way over at the old oil facility over there. So our train is now looping basically from old oil to new oil to here at the Nexus, and it basically just means that it's now bringing in fuel and rubber as well. They're all full, so it's overflowing, so the trucks are still bringing more in, but I just wanted to start getting that loop set up so we can start moving everything over to a rail network. The other bit I have done is I have replaced inside the Nexus, well, I haven't replaced, they're still there, but the stairwells have now been supplemented by a lift, which is in here. So we've now got a lift basically at the foot of this stairwell that we can use to get up and down to the various floors, which is kind of nice. So we've got that. Other bits, I did a little bit of running around and collecting some Mercer Spheres and Summer Sloops. We've still not got enough Summer Sloops to put down even one of the power augmenters, which is quite frustrating. But I did also find another hard drive. So we've now got what? Adhered iron plates and fused crystals. I don't like either of these at all, so I am just going to reuse that straight away. Okay, alternate smart plating, interesting. Oh, I suppose it's using one rotor and one of those, so it uses the plastic to replace one of each of those. And I think I'd take the steel rotor out of that one. So we're going to take that. We've then got... What have I got? I can redo this one. I don't want diluted packaged fuel. I want actual diluted fuel. And then fused quickfire I don't want. What have we got? Rigger motor and iron-coated plates. Neither of these I find interesting. I think I'll take the rigger motor out of those two. And then I've got tempered caterium, which is a better ratio than you normally get, but it requires, what's that? Petroleum coke very specifically, or quick wire cable. No one's going to use quick wire cable, I think. Right, oh, alternate heavy frame. We're about to use these, so that could be interesting. So that uses industrial beams. What's the normal recipe? Oh, it uses... Oh, that drops screws out. That means we don't need to worry about screws at all, in any way, shape or form. Yoink. I'll absolutely take that if I don't have to worry about screws. Now, the other thing that I was thinking of doing is if we are going to be building our heavy modular frame factory for a little while, I figured I'm going to just for this, I'm going to get the parts and I'm going to get a set of heavy modular frames. Because... Oh, that's only 50.
Parts purchase confirmed. Promotion delayed by X times part value plus fix-it stock value.
Okay, so the reason I've done that is because I figured we may as well get Objective 3 done. Or finish off Phase 3. So I'm just going to hand load the 100... I can't hand load the 100 because they're in stacks of 50. Alright, we'll have to put a little container here just to handle those then. So, where are we? Storage container. Because let's just... Oh, no, I've got the wrong wheel on there. yeah, let's just get this done, because then we can start getting aluminium, and that's going to help out with a lot more of everything else that we're doing. So I'm just going to hand feed that. We're now going to go and start making these heavy modular frames, but that will let this get on with that, because that's going to be over an hour to do, seeing as it's making one a minute. So we are going to grab a train. Are we? What do I actually have on me to start with? I've got a fair amount of stock building stuff. Got a bit of concrete. Let's grab some more concrete out of there. Let that try and rebuild for a little bit. And then... Hello? Right. We are absolutely going to be needing... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get 6 of those. Encased industrial beams. We are just going to pull from here, so that can start refilling. And then steel pipes. Again, we'll just grab those. And then we can make the portable miners. Yeah, I've got the spots for them, so let's just quickly do that now as well. Equipment workshop. Yeah, we can make tons of those, so that's not too much of an issue. We can get 12 of those quite quickly. And then we are going to head over to our new area to start making the heavy modular frames, which means we're going to need to get concrete over there, which we can get. We need steel, which we're going to be able to make, because there's iron and coal over there. The question is there going to be enough iron? So let's head over that way now. Right, and we get to drive. And another bit I've done is I've been a little bit busy, and I've been putting all of the brake signals so that, like, just because we're on here, it's not going to mess up the other train moving around, because all of the stop signals have been sort of filled in as we've gone along. I also ran all the wiring for the lights, so that is all going tickety-boo as well. Yeah, so I'll now do a little time-lapse for you guys to get us over to where we're going, and then we'll start our construction for the day. Okay, so here we are. The reason I left that all in there was so you can see basically how far we are actually now running with our train. Okay, so we've got some iron nodes just over that way. I think they're kind of like... Yeah, you can just about see them over there. We've got a concrete node there, which is good, and the coal nodes that we've got are down there in that kind of weird array of things. So I think let's get started with trying to get some... Ooh, let's try and clear these bugs first. Good, that's that down. Oh, blast, you managed to get those out. I was hoping we'd... Cool, right, that's that dealt with. Right, then we can start getting this limestone down, because we're going to need that for the concrete that we're going to need for the encased beams that we're going to want. Right, okay. So let's immediately get... actually, yeah, let's get... yeah, we'll do a 4-metre foundation, considering how tall that one is. Right, okay, and then we want a miner on it, and I'm just going to pop that there. Okay. Now then, let's have another look at our recipe we're going to be working towards. So if we're doing this in alternate one, we need chunk of concrete, chunk more concrete, steel pipes, and modular frames. Modular frames are... I don't remember, but I know they're an assembler. There we go. Reinforced iron plates and rods, which means we do need screws. Yes, because we don't have any other reinforced iron plates at the moment. Okay. Alright. So, let's go and have a look, because I'm sure these nodes over here are... I'm sure when I looked at one of them it was pure. I think there's two over here. Oh no, maybe there's just... Oh yeah, there are two, yeah. Come on. Good, we got that before the bugs came out, which is all good. And there we go, that's a pure iron node, that's all great. So we can clear this off. Okay. We can make do with a 2 meter here, I think. Good. And then production, Mark II miner. We're going to want it going this way. Right, and then we can clear this one off as well. What are you? Pure as well. Oh, beautiful. That's going to be a lot of iron for us to try and work with. Okay. And then again, actually just going to zoop you out a little bit. Because I'm sure we'll wind up making that like a construction floor or something. Need to get this limestone out of the way so we can get this done. Come on. I always forget how much limestone is there when you're on one of these like little side nodes. Right. You're going out to there and out to there. And then you're going to go here.
Are you sure that spot makes sense?
Why? Why are you questioning that when clearly we are here? So, how much is that going to spit out? 600 a minute. Have we got a belt that can even handle that yet? Nope. But that's not going to stop us. Okay. Because we will eventually want to work to that. So if we work to 600 a minute, I think that's more than the smelt box can handle. Yeah, smelts up to 480. Okay. Which means we are going to need to work on getting a new kind of smelting setup for this. Now then. If you're doing 600, that means you need 20. 20 smelters. Now, do I have a smelter array? I don't know that I have. Quick wire manifold, no. No, because it was like I made the smelt box. Why would I need a smelter array? Okay. That is fine. So what I'm going to do is we're going to give us a bit of room for this one then. And actually going to go up immediately there. Realise I could have done that with a 4 meter, but I'm going to ramp this one. So we want 2 meter ramp with fix-it foundation. Come on. Okay. And then if we need, it's what? 20? 20. We would need 20 to fully fill that. That's fine. So, we can do that. So, if we... I'm thinking here is we go 5 out like that. Five out like this. Okay. We can then do our good old splitter setup like this. Ooh, you're in the wrong place. Okay. And then... what we can do is... we need a wall just so I can measure the height. Okay, so we're going to want to go 3 high. And we run this out. Making this quite compact at the moment. There we go. And then up here, we can just repeat it. There we go. So that should then give us the ability to smelt 600 a minute. Like, I know we don't have the belt for that, but it means that when we do, we just come back and we replace the belts. Now, as to how we're going to get that going in the middle like this, I want to try and use a vertical splitter. Right, there we go. Needed to make sure that one was lined up. Okay. Right, that's that done. So the way I'm going to try and get this done is I'm literally going to come right in here. I'm going to max that. Right, and then... I think that's the right height. You're going to go in there. And then what we'll do is we'll put a vertical splitter on here. And you will go like that. There we go. Cool, okay. And then we have to do all this fun bit. Then we've got to get power over here as well, which is going to be interesting because we don't have a station bringing power yet. So we're going to need to probably make a little station for us, even if it's just to get us started and give us somewhere we can come, you know, backwards and forwards to. Okay. And then we can replicate that up here. Okay. Now, one of the other things just to bring up, and I mentioned this on the Asker episode, which you guys will see tomorrow, but I actually recorded it just before this. It snuck up on me, but I happened to be recording this on exactly the 3rd birthday of the channel. It, yeah, really snuck up on me. Did not expect that one. So, yeah, thank you all very much for joining for that kind of length of time. It's, yeah, really, really snuck up on me. So, we're going to have, yeah, it's, I struggle to believe it sometimes that, you know, you will enjoy coming and watching my content so much that you dedicate your time to do that, and I just genuinely appreciate that. It means a lot to me that you guys want to. So, yeah, thank you very much for that. Okay, right, coming back onto this. I do feel like... Okay, so now, if we're producing 600 just off this one, let's come back here. So we need to make reinforced iron plates and iron rods. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick pause here for you guys, and I'm going to have a look on Satisfactory calculator and just try and scale up what we actually need for this, because I can't do that maths on my head. So yeah, I'll be back in a moment and I'll talk to you guys, yeah, in a couple of moments. Okay, so we're back. I've plugged it all into Satisfactory calculator and oh blimey. Okay, so we actually have, for the recommendations it's given us with the alternate recipes we've got and everything, this is the appropriate amount of smelters we need to start with. It actually says 19.2, but I'm happy to have the little bit of overage. So it then says we need 9.6 constructors making iron rods. Okay, so that means what I think I'm going to do, A, is get rid of all of this stuff here that's bothering me. Okay, did not expect that to explode in quite such a dramatic fashion. Okay. Yeah, really did not expect that, but that's kind of cool. Right, okay, so what I think we'll do is, if we keep all of this as like a smelting floor, because then we can move over and we can take this down. This should in theory make a crack. Okay, sure. And then we can use that for, I don't know, making some of the steel stuff. So what I'm thinking that we do is, I'm thinking maybe right now we, on this level, we move out and we have our train station. So, is that more iron there? Oh my giddy aunt, that is more iron. Okay. Alright. Well, maybe we can make use of that for something later. But, like I said, I think I'm going to try and give us a little bit of a train station, because then we can use that for power, and like I say, it then gives us a stop point. So where it comes to how we're going to get this, we're going to need to go up. In fact, let's start over at the train line, because then we can make a junction and bring everything over. So let's get over here. And down we go. Right, so if we clear some of this. Okay. And then grab that, rotate it so it matches. Actually, no, because we are going in that direction now. Go out like that. So it's 1, 2. So I think it should be there. Okay, that's much tidier than I expected. Okay. And then, yeah, if you're there, overlapping objects may occur. Right, okay. So that means you're then going to come to here. Yeah, that's very tidy. Okay. But now we need to do the crossover. So you're now going to go over to this side. No, I need you to see the other... Don't quite know why it wasn't playing ball there. No, I need you to see the other side of that. If I do it this way round. Okay, you're telling me you're clipping into something. What? That rail side. That's fine, because that's going to come down. Cool. And then... hang on, is that right? Yeah, yeah, because if we're coming up that way, we want to be able to go that way or that way. And if we're coming this way, we want to be able to turn into there. Right, okay. You're going to be just as awkward, aren't you? Right, I think it should be this one, though. Why are you... Why are they all being awkward? Right. If I tell you... What? Okay, that's going to be something to do with where it's gone down as a blueprint, I'm sure of it. Okay, now why are you not hooking into that one? Okay, scroll of the mouse wheel seems to make that then behave. Sure, okay. Cool, that makes sense. So then we need our junction boxes. So we need that on all of the ends. Okay. So you need to be that one. Cool. And we want that one before it as well. Cool. And then we want block signals on the way out. Which is fine. You're not happy with that one because there's not enough track there for you to put the block on. That's fine. Cool. Yeah, that's lined up. And then I need one on this side. Cool. I have had this weird visual bug with some of these where they've just like kept that kind of half-built state. It doesn't seem to affect how they run, and they are fine after I reload the game, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Okay, so now we need to get a train station for this to work with. So... thinking we're going to want some space. So let's continue pushing it on this way. And then... so that's going to come down here. I think what we can do then is if we try and run it this way... and we effectively... we transport and grab the station, going that way round. We can then grab the freight platforms. 1, 2. I'm missing motors. Blast! That means I'm going to have to take one down just to be able to build a train to get back. Take 2 down to get a train. Okay, alright. Well, I'm going to go get those motors, and then we're going to finish this off next episode. So, I'm going to sit here and head back, And I'm going to say, as usual, likes, comments, subscriptions. They will help the channel grow. They help get it out in front of other people. So thank you very much to those of you that do that. Thank you very much to my YouTube channel members. Your support is very much appreciated. And please don't forget that as a supporter, you do gain access to the save files for any of the open world games I'm currently playing, along with the blueprints for them, so that you get to make use of them. And more importantly for you guys, you get to gain access to the videos before anybody else, so you get to see what's happening. But other than that, thank you all very much for joining me today. I hope you have a great day, and I will catch you all next time.